And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Come on, fellas.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator, hey, Alpha.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike,
on first down, Forbes. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch that in. Tight end's right.
Ready?
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Barkley had his... Biggest game yardage-wise against these Eagles last year pretty early on in the season. 130 on the ground, 99 more through the air on 9 catches. On second down, here's Barkley. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pull it together. Check.
Now Saquon Barkley. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 12-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Team 6.
53. 53. Mike. Watch the pass. 53 to Mike. 53.
Here's 2nd and 8. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
51 to Mike, boys. 51. Hey.
On 3rd down, Forbes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 31-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What we got? Deuce.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Here's Wentz to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just within the palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
90 Wolf. 64, weak.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Bravo.
Second and 6. Escaping the pressure right. He completes it to Tate. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
53. 53, Mike.
Looking to throw. Forbes being chased out left. He may try, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's third down now.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 20 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, box drop, box drop. 5.
To throw on second down. Forbes finds his tight end Ingram. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes.
Too little, Cap. 51, Mike. Mike, 51. Let's go, D. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
To throw on third down. Forbes. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Go. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52. Me and you all day. Friend. I'm coming after you. Watch out.
On first down, Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First down, Philadelphia.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tackle. Mike 52. Watch the backer. Shit. No. Crunch.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route. And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Mike,
Go. 180.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
boom! Yeah, baby!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Pick up the ball. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Get it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. The point after threw the raindrops up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Lynch line 2.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Wentz now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Get ready.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Shotgun now for Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
A 40-yard attempt.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Go!
Wentz going to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Aguilar has it. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Forced out to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Wentz now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz flush to his right. It's caught by Aguilar. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Winning!
You gotta get the ball, Steve. Get the ball right here.
It's Coleman here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
You got nothing to work.
Now Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, my 7.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
Back to throw. Forbes stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's make Stone travel. Hey, orbit.
SOS.
Now.
From the gun, Forbes. And he slings one that's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A first down carry for Barkley. Nifty footwork at the 45. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
51, Mike. Mike, 51. Watch the run, watch the run. 51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Five.
On first and 10, Forbes to Barkley on the check down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Looking to throw. Forbes. And he will find his man on the outside. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Let's get the ball. 53's to Mike. 53, check. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Forbes. Flushed out right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Wentz now on first down. This short throw caught by Goddard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And
because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep playing.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Check 88. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Wentz. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch the run.
Go.
Back to throw. Forbes. A short throw to Ingram. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
5.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Cut. Check safety. Check safety.
General West. Get it.
From the gun, Forbes steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
On second down, Barkley. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 38.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with fourth down and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Kill.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Watch the run.
Bravo.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Operating from the gun. Forbes eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And an Eagle first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go option to the short side. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
74, 74. 52. You gonna see Lynn fly 3, Lynn fly 3. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Oh, look at this. Wentz gonna throw. Stepping up, he's gonna keep it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Just 20!
They can't hang with us. 52.
Man 5-7.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't
Sunday.
rush in, rush in, rush in.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. He'll look to throw. They were down to their final 2 plays. They needed something to get him started. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards.
Set 50, plant. Hey, box drop, box drop.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
There goes.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Philadelphia, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Giants, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. So for our entire crew, alongside